done it all. She knows me in and out, love of a different kind, but we still have no control. 'Cause when the daylight comes, we're just good friends, baby, good friends.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm covering the rest of my Nordstrom anniversary sale order. In part one of this video, I asked you guys if you wanted to see everything, even though stock levels aren't necessarily that great, and overwhelmingly you guys said you wanted to see my whole order. So in today's video, I'm sharing my biggest hits and misses from the rest of my order. I got really lucky this year, and the vast majority of items that I ordered I love, but there are definitely a few misses which are just, oh my goodness, so bad. So I will be sharing those as well. And then at the end, I will also be sharing my must-haves from the sale, because today is finally public access day. So you can shop the sale even if you don't have a Nordstrom card. So I will be sharing the must-have items that I would be buying today if I was shopping the sale afresh. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. So first up is a sweater from Vince, and when I first opened this I actually thought it was going to be a dud because it looks pretty different from the photo online. In the photo online it looks like a much longer length, so I was planning on wearing this with leggings and some ankle boots. I opened it up and it is substantially shorter than I thought it would be. Nevertheless, I tried it on and I love it. Definitely still not what I thought I was ordering, but with jeans, I think it looks adorable. It is very, very cozy indeed. And I just love everything about it, from the color to the fit, just a really kind of cozy, chunky sweater. It's a nice combination of kind of soft fabric, which also feels quite substantial as well. And I just think this is so, so nice. Again, not what I thought, but nevertheless, I am really glad I ordered it. And I'm quite glad that I didn't go, kind of, not that that was an option this year, but didn't go into store to get it, because I don't think I would have even tried it on, because I was really looking for that longer length. But now that I have it, I love it. And I think it looks so cute. So definitely really happy with my kind of unexpected purchase. I don't think that stock levels are very good with this one, and that is true of a few items that I'm showing. But I would say, one, they do occasionally restock, two, returns will be happening, and also if you live near a Nordstrom store, I have heard that stock levels in store are actually quite a bit better. So that's also an option if you did want to track any of these pieces down. Next up are the other pair of jeans that I got. These ones are from AG, and I always make a beeline for AG denim in the Nordstrom anniversary sale, just because they are really expensive for price, and I don't find there to be a difference in terms of the quality featured in the end sale, as they are kind of just the regular normal price line. So it's always a really good time to snag a pair. And these are great. Definitely a lighter wash, a skinny fit, a mid-rise I would say. I don't feel like these are super low, but they're definitely not a high rise, and they're just the very traditional kind of skinny fit. These are the Farrah jeans. I have a couple of other pairs in the Farrah style, and they're definitely some of my favorite style of jeans. They are just so comfy, they wash well, they wear well, and I'm just pretty much never disappointed. I love the way that these look, especially with the Vince sweater as well. So really, really happy with these. They're also incredibly comfortable as well. And yeah, just another hit, absolutely never disappointed. Again, I don't think stock levels are very good with these, but I generally do see returns happen, especially with denim, because, you know, it's tricky to get your size right, but otherwise then stores might have these as well. Next up is a dud. This one is the One State skirt, and this is just really unflattering. Like, I tried this on, and I think it's because the waistband is really tight, and I have really big hips, but I have a fairly small kind of like inner waist, if that makes sense. And even worn kind of high up, it really just kind of cuts in, and yeah, it just kind of clings in the wrong places. And in the photo, like, it looked really nice, and I do like the style. You have a slit on either side, and you have this rib detailing all the way throughout. But yeah, not a fan of this at all. I guess maybe if you kind of covered up like the waistband bit, but even then I don't know, I'm just not really feeling the whole kind of vibe. So this one was a style that I was actually really excited for. They did it in a few colors, but really not that impressed with this. I'm usually a huge fan of One State as well. You guys know, if you've been following my videos for a while, like, I buy a lot of items from this brand, but this one just definitely was a little bit of a disappointment. Next up is this beautiful necklace, and I am super happy with this one. It is so lovely, and this is perfect for people who, like me, are not a pro at layering jewelry. You know, there are some girls who just like have this look down, and I'm just like not one of them at all. So I love the ease of this, and it's a really pretty gold color. So it's a very pale gold. So it's not quite a champagne gold, but it's like a very, very muted yellow gold, which is actually super pretty and a really nice one if you do tend to gravitate more towards kind of white gold, silver jewelry, but want to dip your toes in with gold jewelry, but you don't like the overly yellow kind. This is really, really nice, and just a really pretty kind of double layered necklace. And so it is different on each strand. So you have this beautiful beaded design on one strand and then this linked chain effect on the other. And it's a really nice length, fairly lightweight, so I don't think you're getting kind of super serious jewelry here, but nevertheless, I think this is lovely and just dainty and delicate enough to be able to wear every day. And I'm just super happy with this, so really, really pleased. I thought this was beautiful. Next up are a couple of sweaters, and the first one is from Treasure and Bond, and this is a brand I would definitely always say to look up if you can. I've had a few items from them, and even full price they tend to be very, very well priced, like not overly expensive, but they do the most wonderfully soft fabrics. Like I have a few sweaters from them and they've just done incredibly well. I can't help but like kind of feel the fabric as I'm talking about it. This one is a simple V-neck sweater and it's just lovely. So you have like the ribbed effect on the sleeves, and then it's like a medium wide body. I would say it's a little bit closer to a slimmer fit than a chunky fit. But you can obviously size up if you did want a bigger fit. With V-necks though, I always feel like it's a bit better to go slim. If it's a chunkier sweater, I think crew necks often work best. But this one I thought was just so lovely, a really lovely cozy fabric, and just a really nice one to slip on with denim, you know, nothing too fussy about it, just a really nice basic sweater, which was really, really well priced. And then similarly, I do have this one from Madewell, and I was gonna say I still have the tag on it, but it doesn't tell me the price. I think this one was fairly well priced as well. I think I have a similar sweater, but it's not quite as heavyweight, so it's a similar kind of fit, and Madewell do a lot of these, which are the kind of boxier type sweaters. They're a bit wider in the body, a little bit shorter as well with a crew neck, but they do them really, really well. The one I got is in the beautiful pale pink and beige stripe. I think they also did this in plain version as well. You do have the kind of little cuts on the side, so it's slightly longer on the back than the front, and then you have this kind of stitch effect on the side. And apart from that, just a very normal kind of knit sweater, really comfy to wear though, not overly soft. It's more of like a kind of weave feel, if that makes sense, but it does feel like hopefully it should do well in terms of washing. And I just think it's beautiful, and of course I love the color as well. So yeah, really, really happy with this. Next up is another sweater from Treasure and Bond, and this is another one which has a really lovely soft fabric. I would say I definitely prefer the other sweater that I got. They're very different styles, but I do prefer the other one. This one is a nice one. It's just a very simple kind of long cardigan. You have pockets on the front, buttons, and a long sleeve. It is nice, but I don't feel like the proportions are quite as great with this one, and if I was going to get one long cardigan, I think I prefer my Castle one, which I got a couple of years ago. They did bring it back this year, but I don't know if it's still in stock, but for me that's a slightly better version just because it's not quite as boxy around the body. And even though this isn't huge, and I did size down, I got the extra small, I feel like it's a little bit too boxy for my personal taste. I don't mind something a bit wider, but I think when it's longer and wider, it's more tricky to get it right, and I'm not completely sure this cardigan nails it. Still nice and cozy, and they do make up for it with the lovely soft fabric, but yeah, I do think I prefer my Castle one a little bit. Next up is probably my biggest stud, and also because I was really, really excited about it, and I tried it on and the fit is just awful. So it's this dress from Sam Edelman. To be honest, I didn't even really know they did clothing. I have a few shoes from them. Some of my favorite flat sandals are from this brand, so I only had kind of good associations with them. But this is huge. So I got the extra small, and I mean, you might be able to tell even just from looking at it, like it's really, really big, and you do have this kind of ruched bit in the body to cinch it in, but it's not tight enough to actually cinch in. So it just kind of hangs loose, and it's just like unbelievably large for an extra small size. And I don't think they did an extra small. And I'm really sad about this because I thought it was lovely and I thought about getting it tailored, but to be honest, I feel like there's so much work to be done in terms of taking it in everywhere that I'm not sure it'd be worth the expense. So really sad about this because, as I said, I was really looking forward to it. I think it's a lovely looking kind of design, but the sizing for me was just totally off and there's just way too much fabric. Now for another sweater, and I think this one was another fairly affordable one, but I love this. This one is from Gibson, and I don't know if they changed the name because now they say Gibson Look. And I feel like that's probably the same brand as Gibson, but I swear they used to be called just Gibson. But nevertheless, if it is the same brand, I do have a few sweaters from them and they're always very soft and very comfy and cozy to wear. And this one I thought was beautiful. I love the color. It's this really pretty kind of deep burgundy, so very autumn appropriate. And it has this beautiful boat neck design. You have these slight back wing sleeves, but they're not kind of really oversized and huge. There is a lot of stretch to this. I did size down on this one as well, so I got an extra small. I think I probably could have got an extra small, but this one works as well. And I just love this, really light and easy to wear. They do seem to kind of specialize in these kind of fabrics, which is, it's a sweater, but it's a very light, kind of stretchy, comfy sweater. So definitely more one for layering than in the dead of winter, but it's really nice for autumn when it's not fully cold yet, but you still want something a bit more covered up. They're always a great brand for that, and I'm really happy with this one. Next up is this plain white tee, and it's coming up super bright, so I will do a quick cutaway, but this is from Rails, another kind of really reliable brand for me in the end sale. Usually I almost always get something from them. They're most famous for their kind of plaid shirts, but they do other clothes now as well, and they're always really nice, high quality. Definitely not the cheapest, but I do feel like they're good value for what you get, and obviously in the end sale they're even better. This one is beautiful, and true to form, I believe this one is completely sold out. I did mention in my video on what sells out first in the end sale that Rails items usually go, and true to form, they went this year as well. This one is really lovely though, just a simple kind of white v-neck t-shirt, and then it just has this really beautiful embroidered black heart design. Really cute, very simple. I'm just planning on wearing this with, you know, just denim, either normal jeans or denim shorts, but yeah, just a really lovely t-shirt for summer. And then I have two more kind of printed dresses here. One I definitely like more than the other. So the one that I like best is this, I think it's from Free People, yeah, Free People dress. And this is just lovely. It is a wrap style. So you do have these beautiful kind of short, almost cap sleeves. And then it is a true kind of wrap style dress. Cinches in at the waist, and then it's fairly long, so it's not quite a maxi on me, but I imagine if you were shorter then it might be. For me, this is a kind of long midi style, and I do really love it. I think the print is beautiful as well. It's a black background with a beautiful kind of burnt orange and cream abstract print all over. Really nice. The fabric's lovely as well. It doesn't get overly creased. And just a really beautiful design. I would love if they release this in kind of more summery prints. I think it would just be absolutely beautiful. But yeah, really lovely. It's a nice autumny dress. And the other dress, which I do like, I'm just not completely sure that it's my style. It's a mini dress, which is a floral print all over, and it is a kind of faux wrap style. So it's cinched in at the waist. You do have a tie. So you do kind of properly tie it, but it is like sewn in. So it's like a faux wrap. And then you have these kind of very billowy, chiffony floral sleeves. And then you have ruffling on the hem. And even though I do like it, I just feel like there's a lot going on. I don't typically wear things that are this fussy. Like, I'm fine with ruffles and wrap dresses and chiffon. I'm just not always a fan of it altogether. And I just don't know, again, if I can pull this off, if it's completely my style. I think on the right girl, it would look lovely, but I'm not fully convinced about this one. So again, let me know what you think. I'm still definitely mulling it over. The print is beautiful. So it's actually like multicolored, but it's very faded. So much more wearable with pinks and blues and oranges. Really lovely against the black background. But I'm not totally sure about all the detailing. And then finally, my Vince coat. I did actually show this in my blog that went live the other day, but I've not shown it in kind of a proper Nordstrom video. So this is my coat, which is more of a cardigan than a coat from Vince. Really happy with this. As you can probably tell, I was so excited that I wore it immediately, but it's really cozy. Definitely an oversized one. I got an extra small and it still fits very large, but it is the coziest thing. It just feels like you're wrapping yourself in a blanket. Like, it's so nice. I believe this came in black and also camel as well. I'm really happy with the gray color. and it's just so nice to wear. Like, it's a really nice choice. We went to the movies when I wore this, and it's perfect for that because, again, it's basically like you're wearing a blanket, so you get like really snuggled up. Absolutely love it. And Vince is always pretty high quality, and I do really think this is just really well made and just lovely in general. I love the pockets, so it actually looks like they're kind of top pockets, but they're on the side, which I always really like because I'm always tucking my hands in when I'm walking. And yeah, just a huge fan of this. I think it is lovely. And now finally, for any of you who are shopping the sale for the first time today, I thought I would list out my 10 must-buys from the sale if I was approaching the sale from today completely afresh. So this is a mix of older items I've had for many, many years, along with some newer items from this year's sale. Not meant to be an in-depth review, I'm literally just listing these out, but I have talked more in depth about pretty much all of these items over the past couple of weeks in all my other end sale coverage. So first up, my Spanx leggings. These are so great. I've had these for 3 or 4 years now. So comfy. As I mentioned before, if you want a true faux leather looking pair, the Commando ones are better for that. These are more of a liquid legging look, but these are so great. I do really like the look of them. They're also ridiculously comfy, and they're just so useful. You know, I always wear them in winter under coats. They're good with t-shirts, with sneakers, with heels. I wear them with literally everything, and they are just the best purchase. And number 2 on my list is my Tory Burch bag. This is a new purchase from this year and definitely one of my favorite purchases. I wore this out for the first time the other night. We just went to the movies and grabbed some dinner, and it was so perfect. And I love the fact that you can wear it crossbody, but it still fits a decent amount. Often I find that the crossbody bags, which do have a decent capacity, can look a little bit bulky, whereas I feel like this is the perfect size, just big enough that you can fit a very, very fair amount in, but at the same time not so big that it just looks bulky and uncomfortable when worn crossbody. I did have to shorten the chain though, because it is a very, very long chain. So I just shortened it with a black ribbon there, and it's kind of completely solved the problem. Really, really great. So I can still wear this doubled up even with the ribbon, and then it's also now a really nice length kind of on the shoulder and also crossbody. And yeah, I've really been loving it. So I do think it's a good price. I love the pale pink color. I love the kind of frosted gold hardware, and definitely a favorite for me. Next up are my earrings, and they're what I'm wearing today. It's what I wear pretty much every single day, but these are such a great purchase. They're only cubic zirconia, but as I mentioned before, these have completely replaced my desire to save up for a real pair of diamond studs because they look so realistic. They really achieve the look I want, but without any of the cost and the stress and the worry. So would definitely recommend. My ones are the 2 carat total weight. I also have the larger ones as well. I have these in several sizes. They are really affordable, and I just love the way they look. Next up on my list are my Joe's jeans. These are another new purchase from this year, and definitely my favorite pair of denim that I bought, and these weren't the most expensive either. Usually my AG jeans are always my favorite. I do really love those, but these are just so great. They are really, really flattering, very, very comfy as well. They're a nice length, a really beautiful kind of true dark blue denim. They are a little bit higher waisted, and I just love these. I think they're so great. I was getting some questions about the sizing on these because the size guide does say to size up in between sizes. I would say that's pretty accurate. They do fit a little bit on the snug side. I personally am happy I went for my regular size just because usually most stretchy denim will stretch over the first couple of weeks, at least in my experience. So I would rather have them a little bit snug to begin with and then have them fit perfectly later on than have them fit perfectly for a couple of weeks and then be a little bit big, if that makes sense. But if you are more erring towards the larger size, I'd say you're probably safe to do that. But otherwise, I'd say you can take your normal size. Again, a little bit snug to begin with, but I do think that they're going to kind of stretch and mold over time. Next up, Barefoot Dreams. Always a classic end sale purchase, and for me the best item to get are blankets, but I do really like blankets. So if you're not so fussed about blankets, then probably want to skip, but if you like blankets as much as I do, then this is probably the best purchase that you'll make all year. They're that wonderful. The fabric really does live up to the hype. I have a few, as you can see. The rose one is my new one from this year. The beige one I got 3 years ago, I think, something like that. I absolutely love them both. You really can't go wrong. They're great for gifts as well. I just ordered another one of these to give as a gift. Really nice options if you did want to give them to someone, or otherwise just lovely to treat yourself as well. And speaking of barefoot dreams, their shawl cardigan is another really lovely option. Again, either for yourself or if you're buying for someone. As I've mentioned before, I gifted these to my mum, my mother-in-law. They are always such a popular item. And they also have the longer cardigan ones, which I think that's my personal preference in terms of my absolute favorite style. Stock selection isn't quite as good with those ones, but if you can track those down in store, would definitely recommend. I love the longer one, but the shawl one is also really lovely. Same incredible fabric. I own this one in 2 colors and it just never gets old. And next up is underwear. The end sale is the best time to stock up on underwear, especially from brands which are just very high quality, that aren't usually on sale, and you can just get some fantastic deals. This is the new bra that I got this year, and it's just their kind of classic underwired style with the lace detailing. Really pretty. I have worn it and it is very comfortable, especially for an underwired style, but their whole line is fantastic. Like, I'm wearing their underwear right now. Their bralettes are great. Like, everything that I've tried from them, I don't think I've had a single dud. Like, they really are great. The other one, which is the feather style, I've owned for I think like 4 years now. It's been ages and it's still going strong. So these are amazing investments into your wardrobe, and it's just always nice to not only wear underwear which looks beautiful, but is also very comfy. Next up, one of my favorite tops. I talked about this a lot, but it is the CC top, which is a flowy body with a lace kind of chiffon-y detail sleeve. Really lovely. This comes in a bunch of colors this year, including the black, but they have a few different colors as well. And this is just the best thing. It's so comfortable. It feels like loungewear, but it's also fancy enough that if you were to wear it on a Zoom work call, I know it works really well as well. So huge fan of this. And next up, my Nike sneakers. These are the ones with the leopard print design. Absolutely love these. They are so cute. I love the fact that they are really minimal, but they just have like that flash of leopard print. So cute. I have the other ones as well, but these are a really great price in the end sale. Very comfortable to wear, and I just love pretty much everything about these. And then finally, for my very last recommendation, this is pretty much always a feature of all my end sale videos because I love them, own them for several years, and they're still going strong. I still use them all the time. So New Face skincare device, and also the Glow Pro. Mentioned before, but Glow Pro is best if you want to target fine lines. If your biggest concern is wrinkling, then the Glow Pro is the one to go for. Otherwise, the New Face is really great for skin sagging. So if you're really looking for kind of facial sculpting and just trying to fight the effects of gravity, then the New Face is great. I love them both and I use them both, but if you only have like one skin concern, then New Face better for sculpting, Glow Pro better for wrinkles. But either way, I think these are fantastic, and I just never think it's a bad idea to invest in your skincare. You know, your skin is something that you wear every single day, so for me, I'd always much rather kind of put back like a sweater or a top and invest in one of these because they do really work. I always see a difference, and I just wouldn't be without these. So that is it for this video, guys, and the last video in my end sale coverage this year. I hope that you enjoyed my videos and find them helpful if you were shopping the sale. As usual, I will include links to everything I featured in the description section below. If you have any questions for me, then leave me a comment, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
Every night I'm going on the grid, texting back. I want you, hit you up.